just after launching as a replacement to the highly revered Defy Classic, the Zenith Defy Skyline was tasked with a difficult proposition. Not only did it have to follow in the footsteps of a well-loved, though often underappreciated watch, but it also had to compete against the ever more competitive integrated bracelet market. To do so, the Defy Skyline introduced a more obviously geometric case, with a distinct two-finish dodecagonal bezel and a three-handed Primero-derived movement that brought about a contentious feature. In its second year as a model, Zenith has outfitted the Defy Skyline in a slinky all-black ceramic, and we got to check it out at this year's Watches and Wonders. Both its least and most obvious feature, the black ceramic construction of the Defy Skyline, is executed so well, and the choice of having the majority of surfaces finely brushed definitely helps with that. It gives it much needed texture, while the mirror-like polished facets act as sharp accents. The bracelet is fully ceramic as well, once again following the brushed is better mantra, if that's even a thing. There's a lovely taper towards the PVD steel clasp, which helps the Defy Skyline wear more seamlessly, even though its dimensions of 41mm in diameter, 11.6mm in height, and 46.3mm lug-to-lug are by no means excessive. Zenith also supplies a black rubber strap that makes use of the Defy Classic's quick-release spring bars for an even sportier feel. Evoking the Defy models of the late 1960s, this new Defy Skyline sports a complex dodecagonal bezel. Its top surface is vertically brushed before sloping down into a polished facet that splits into 12 vertical sides. The case continues this angular theme with a sharp chamfer separating the top and the side of the case, further accenting the three-dimensional crown with a high-relief Zenith star. A closer look at the dial reveals that it's not quite all black everything, though it may as well be. The ingot-like indices are mirror polished and their shiny facets appear black from most angles. The same can be said for all three hands, with only the loom plots and subtle printing serving as any sort of contrast. Well, as a result, legibility does suffer a little bit, though it doesn't mean that the dial has no visual interest. For starters, its main pattern is what gives the Defy Skyline its name, evoking a grid pattern of 4 pointed stars dotting some geometric sky. This arrangement is interrupted by a stepped azurage finish subdial with a single curious Arabic numeral. Looking at the hand, you'd think that the video footage was sped up or that the watch you're holding is somehow in need of a major service. Actually though, its speedy motion is in fact down to the new El Primero base caliber, which features a seconds hand racing around the dial, indicating 1/10 of a second. But why is this El Primero movement in a time-only watch? Whereas the Defy Classic used the widely adopted Elite 760, the 3620 inside the Defy Skyline is a modification of the El Primero 3600 that debuted in the Chronomaster 2, using its high-beat escapement to drive the seconds hand. The Defy Skyline's 3620 reroutes the rapidly running central chrono hand to the 9 o'clock position. The other specs are identical, with a 5 Hz beat rate and a 60-hour power reserve. The Zenith Defy Skyline Black Ceramic is now available for a price of $22,600 Australian dollars. Well, I don't know about you, but this thing is a stealth monster, and to me, it's like a brand new hot racing car on the wrist. And that speed of that small subdial is hypnotic. But what do you think? I'm curious to know. Let me know in the comments below. Well, if you've enjoyed this video and you have not yet subscribed to Time+Tide, then hitting that button is the easiest way you can support us moving forward in making more great content just like this on the Time+Tide channel. I'll see you on the flip side.